My name is Victoria Herrmann. I'm from Washington, D.C. in the United States, and I'm a National Geographic explorer. I safeguard cultural heritage from climate change impacts by empowering communities. I'm the Director of Preserving Legacies, which is a global project that takes global climate change models, what shows us the future of our planet, and brings them down, downscales them to the sites that you care about, that I care about, that communities care about, so that they can see not what the world looks like, but what their historic site will look like, what their traditions might look like in a warmer world. I want to make sure that every community has that cultural resilience, no matter what existential threat they are facing. Collaboration is essential to building a sustainable future. It's hard to think that you can make a difference while you're alone. But the amazing thing is that you're not alone. And we each have a part to play. We each have a skill, we each have a job, we each have a passion, and all of those combine to make a difference in the climate crisis. But I think the most important resource that we need is hope and action. It's a future-oriented emotion. But we each also have to find what our action is. From presidents to protesters, we each have that part to play to create a better planet. Leadership is not something that exists in a vacuum. It's defined by the moment that we are in. And this moment, it seems, is created through crisis. The climate crisis, the ecological crisis, peace and war as crisis. To be a leader in crisis is to remind every human that they are an awe-inspiring species. Humans do the impossible, right? A leader reminds people that they are awe-inspiring. They can create change that is monumental for good if they work together and they have the vision to do it. Through that education, and then creating a pathway to advocacy, to creating that change, you're not just building leaders, you're building a movement. A single word that can drive us through the climate crisis is courage. And I go back to my grandparents. They created community. They created something bigger than themselves that was truly beautiful. And if they can do that, if they can go from seeing the worst of humanity to creating the best, to creating community, they can only do that through courage. And I try to hold that in everything that I do and try to inspire others to be courageous, even when it feels like it is the darkest moment. As a leader, you have to be at your most generous when you interact with an audience, when you come to the negotiation table, because you want to see the other person at their best and find common ground. Oftentimes, when talking about climate change, you don't always see eye to eye with people. And it's a really important foundation to be generous and to take a step back that I hadn't thought of before.